Welcome ladies and gentlemen to another casted game for Crossfire Legion. Today we've got Cammy spawning here in the northwest of the map, playing as the blacklist, and its familiar features. We've got FTW Cheese in the southeast playing as New Horizon. So we saw two games already from these players, both kind of going for really quite aggressive infantry play, and we shall see what this third game has in store for us. We do see a worker coming forward from Cammy playing as blacklist to find out what his opponent is up to. This time we see a infantry assembly placed at home by the Cheese, so looking for a bit more of a defensive build, and we'll be getting out some infantry. I suspect planning on perhaps expecting some early aggression from Cammy. We don't see that aggression just yet. We see another worker going forward, perhaps for an expansion or a second core base. Can't really tell because we can't see the resources that the players have. Would be lovely to have that in the user interface, but we don't have that just yet, and I suspect he will be going for a second core base, the expansion, and it looks like now Cammy will be noticing the barracks or the infantry assembly from the New Horizon player. Perhaps will be considering to drop an infantry assembly or barracks of his own, but goes for the core base first, and I suspect now this will add a lot of economy to be able to sustain the barracks production, which we already see. Oh no, there we are, wrong building. We see the blacklist barracks going down there now. So we do see a couple of these ninja dudes, vampires, coming forward wielding their lightsaber looking type swords, and just one at the moment. Doesn't seem like he's overcommitting. He's bringing a couple of workers forward, maybe looking to expand himself, but yet to see what's going on there. He's going to destroy that worker that's gaining valuable intel for Cammy, and now it looks like he's just solidifying his defenses. Cammy is going for that second core base, as we've said, and he does have a barracks. Doesn't have any units just yet, but I suspect we'll be getting those bulldogs out fast. Okay, so Cheese just going for the single vampire, or is getting a is that a Lycan or a vampire? That's a Lycan coming out of that barracks at the moment. The infantry assembly is going to just protect his opening here. This is the window to his main core base, making sure it's well protected. It'd be interesting to see what he opts to do. He's actually going for an R&D lab, so he's going to essentially get the upgrades for his infantry. Be interesting to see what his plan is. He's not looking for the expansion, so I suspect he's probably going to build up a couple of units. Oh no, let's take that back. He is going for the expansion. He's just going for the expansion now, but his units will be quite tanky now with the upgrades. Can't see if they've come in or not, but it looks like they are. He's going to get the infantry upgrade for his infantry, of course, and yeah, so he'll be able to take really effective fights if he needs to. Cammy though, certainly going to be pulling ahead on the worker count, I suspect, although he's got 15, 16, 17 at the moment. I suspect Cheese probably isn't too far behind. He's got 15 himself. Okay, that's an interesting thing. I'm not sure why that's the case. I suspect Cammy might have idled his core base just a little bit, just to increase the production of bulldogs, because he does have quite a few on the field. I'm just going to get hold of this sight tower that's in the middle of the map, offers that extra vision on the map, and we do have the couple of Lycans there, which are really strong units for the New Horizon player Cheese, and I suspect he'll be going forward soon. He's got just one infantry assembly. Oh sorry, he's got the double infantry assembly now. This one is the level 2, so it looks like that's underway, and it's going to get the heavy jump unlock. Oh, could we see something very interesting here? Could we see Cheese going round about here on the base and then just jumping over this little hill, which normal units wouldn't be able to? This is a very interesting play here for Cammy. I think he's well aware of this ability for the New Horizon faction, and he just built a blacklist supply cache there, just to add a little bit of extra line of sight just in case for that jump, and I suspect he's called it. I suspect Cheese will be doing that. He's looking to get that upgrade. He's getting a couple of Lycans as well, maybe looking just to sneak attack and just jump across. Would be pretty amazing if he does that, but it looks like we are getting some really heavy aggression planned by Cammy. A triple mechanized facility. If he does get some, what's the units? I've forgotten now. Cheetahs. If he does get some cheetahs out, that will be incredibly good for his defenses. A really strong unit for anti-infantry, and can do a bit of work against air units as well. And I suspect, actually, at this point, it does seem like Cammy is in a very strong position. He's also going for a workshop. we'll see how this one pans out. But we do see one vampire there getting a bit of scouting info. We'll see the dash ability just to snipe some workers here. We'll see. It doesn't even need to dash. It just walks right in and just chop some of these workers down, I suspect. There we go. There's one. And the bulldogs are coming now to save the workers. And good use of the dash ability there, as you saw, guys, just to avoid taking that fight, which he didn't want to take it. So obviously, being so heavily outnumbered, and it looks like he's going for essentially a Lycan spam. And this could be an interesting fight because we do have 3 mechanized facilities producing these cheaters for the blacklist player, and these things are so mobile. I'm a really big fan of this unit. This unit seems to be very, very strong. It's pulling out 3 cheaters there, and it's going to be pushing and just can probably shred these infantry. And we'll see. Okay. Essentially double hit, double shot, 2 shots. Yeah, with the 3 cheaters there, and now we do see Cheese going forward with his Lycans, which do have the first infantry upgrade, by the way, so that will certainly be useful, increasing the attack and the health and the shields for this unit. But we do see that he saw that, and he must have seen that with the sight tower, and he moves back with the cheetah. He's going to be massing up here just to make sure that he takes a very effective fight, and he does drop a blacklist watchtower just to offer some protection for his units. And we do see, though, perhaps the sneak jump attack for Cheese going forward with the Lycan. And the thing is that Cammy will see this, right, having very smartly placed the supply cache. And look at this, Cammy's also going for a couple of these watchtowers here just to offer some protection, and he calls it. And yeah, this is a fight that I'm sure Cammy will win, although Cheese does use the null field ability, which is really quite strong. It means that the friendly units and targets are basically taking a lot less damage. But Cheese uses the radiation zone as well, the ability there. Use the heavy jump to get over the hill, but I suspect we'll be taking a pretty bad fight against the cheaters. Does use the null field attack null field ability to make sure that his units don't fare too badly. But these will be shredded by several cheaters, and the triple mechanized facility build is so strong. It's so strong from this player Cammy. And it looks like now with the double core base looking in a commanding position, that Cheese is not giving up with the infantry. Lycan is getting more, but I suspect he's going to have to switch into a vehicular type army composition, because these cheaters are essentially the counter unit, I suspect, against the Lycans. The Lycans are pretty tanky. Ooh, a 3rd core base going down for Cheese. This is pretty greedy, considering he just took a really bad fight. I wonder whether he'd be able to defend this. He should be able to. He's getting a couple of turrets there, I believe, which should help. But he's going to be running into problems unless he defends this well. And the cheaters there are in large numbers, have huge amounts of mobility, as you guys can see. He does get one of the sentry turrets down. We'll need to take an effective fight here. See how this pans out. This could hold the key to this game. Wow, the Lycans actually did a fantastic job there. A lot better than I expected that they would. So this is actually a very strong unit. They do have the shield which is one of the abilities that the faction New Horizon actually get. And we see actually these cheaters having to backtrack. So the Lycans, they can put up a pretty good fight against these cheaters, I have to say. So something we're learning about this game so far already. These Lycans, they're tanky. They're nothing to be snuffed at, these guys. Alright, so Cheetah actually the cheaters, yeah. He's still going with the cheaters, but that was a very good fight, unexpectedly, for the New Horizon player. Perhaps Cheese doesn't really need to go for vehicles. He can just go forward and fight with these Lycans. But again, we see Cammy being really good with the scout there, just seeing the push here is coming strong. And I suspect Cheese is going towards that 3rd base just to prevent the expansion, which he already has. So actually now eco-wise, looks like Cheese is probably going to be quite far ahead, having that 3rd core base to be able to produce from. But we do have a lot of cheaters here with a lot of mobility. We'll see how this one pans out. We don't see any air units coming out on the field just yet. Let's just take a look what Cammy's up to. He does have good defenses here on the left with the double blacklist watchtower. And he does start to produce crocodiles. This is probably the strongest unit for the blacklist faction. And he's going to need that crocodile because these Lycans are hella strong. We're going to see a big fight here. And we see that jump ability and the null field going down for Cheese. And I think Cheese is going to win this because of that null field ability is pretty strong, I have to say. And we do see the Ghost Core coming down for Cammy. That gets taken down in a blink of an eye. These Lycans are crazy strong. And this core base will go down very soon. Cammy forced to bring his workers back home to retreat them. And I suspect this game will be heading in the way of Cheese. Because of course he's got that third core base he's been producing this whole time. He's got a lot of workers on materials rather. And he brings a lot of these Lycans forward. And it's going to start to push again. Wonder whether it might be overextending, but it looks like he's taking half decent effects. The Ghost Core is in place there for Cammy. Yep, perhaps overextended there a little bit there, Cheese. And it looks like now Cammy is going to be going forward with quite a few crocodiles. These crocodiles are incredibly strong. It's going to expand again to that second core base. It's going to get that second core base back, but you know, with the economy behind this for Cheese, as you can see, several Lycans there again on the field. Not looking to switch it up at all, just going straight for Lycans, as you can see. But quite a lot of barracks is there. 3 back in his main base. It does have a vehicle assembly now, so I suspect maybe something coming out there. But it's got a lot of barracks and a couple of barracks here too. I want to see, it'd be interesting to see what he goes for. Not really looking to produce out of there. He is taking up with his infantry assembly though. Looking really strong macro wise for the New Horizon player. Now we do need to keep an eye on those crocodiles. Those crocodiles were lurking around. Here they are. Quite a few of them, 4 of them to be exact. It'll be interesting to see how this fight fares out for crocodiles versus... Not sure, I didn't get a chance to count. But a decent number here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 tiles of 5, 19. 19. He doesn't take the fight, doesn't engage there. And he's going to use the triage center to heal up his units. No one has access to this triage center just yet, or no one's making use of it anyway, at least. And it looks like Cammy is going for the 3rd core base. Would have been nice to see Cheese actually try and keep a unit there to scout that and defend that. I suspect we might be seeing another little assault there, another little jump over the wall there to cause a bit of pressure. And what's really interesting is that I think this could be a really strong play if Cheese does it, because Cammy doesn't necessarily have the cheaters there. Okay, he just wanted to send one just to sort of almost see what the response would be. The crocodiles are there. I wonder whether Cheese is anticipating just cornering him going the other side now. So only sent 1 unit, just wanted to see what was happening. It brings them back home. He's perhaps preparing for a much... Well, okay, he has brought a heck of a lot of reinforcements. That's a lot of reinforcements of Lycans. Certainly Lycan spamming. I don't see a single other unit on the field for Cheese. He is Lycan spamming this game. And we'll see if this works. Okay, let's see what the Blacklist player is up to. Looks like he is... Oh, whoa. Look at that. Okay, amazing. Big fight. It takes out the primary core base. And this is going to be a huge fight here for this game. Like the Lycans are incredibly strong and they're going to be able to take this fight very well. He's focusing on the production buildings, which is interesting, just to reduce the reinforcements. And now he jumps on top of those crocodiles and he fires all hands on deck on 1 firepower. He's looking to destroy these crocodiles, and looks like he's going to take the win with this. let's see if Cammy has any more steam in his locker. Doesn't look like it. So he does have 2 core bases, but obviously he just lost a heck of a lot of economy there. And I suspect, guys, we should see the GG. There it is. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this casted game, and if you did, do give the video a thumbs up. I'm hoping to bring you a lot more Crossfire Legion content, so hopefully guys, stick around on the channel, and see you next time.